Brett, I have pondered over this subject sporadically multiple times over the past few days, and I have to tell you, this doesn't sound like a great idea.
I agree with Ben, Brett. We are grown adults. Why do you think we would get any joy out of this?
When I was younger, I never watched any Disney films or television shows, but I wanted to see if my initial assumptions about Disney were true or not.
Brett, it's always great to try out new things, but can't you just sit down and watch a movie like Dumbo, Aladdin, or even the original Snow White for that matter?
As much as I appreciate the original Snow White, I watched it 10 times, I can't watch it again. I'll just repeat the lines 10 gazillion times.
Well, I don't know what your plans are, but it would be an interesting opportunity if I were to interview pedestrians around the park, to review how these new changes Bob Iger has done to the company, and how it reflects...
Shut the fuck up, Ben, we are here. So guys, where do you want to go first?
If anything is normal, it's the rides, Ben. I would like to suggest a compromise with you. If you ride a few of the rides with me, I'll join you on your escapade.
I'll compromise when I have to. Anyway, where would you like to go first?
I'm going to the stores. I'll be frank with you if I don't go. Now I'll be in there until the doors close tonight. Candace, are you coming with me or what? I know you can't stand being alone with Ben.
Why do I have to go with you, Brett?
You can admit that you won't find any personal amusement from those rides. We aren't 10 years old. As much as I would like to go on one, you know what? Never mind, are you coming or not?
Fine, but you're paying for me.
I got you, sis.
Can I make a suggestion, Matt? If we are going to any ride first, it has to be the Hall of Presidents. Afterward, we can go on any Looney Tune adventure you want, but let's make it quick.
Ben, you do realize that the Hall of Presidents isn't a ride, it's just a presentation, if anything.
I would like to argue it's a ride. It's just a jam-packed adventure full of learning, erudition, and enlightenment.
It doesn't say that on Google. Do I have to read it to you?
I talk fast, which makes my argument stronger and gives you little time to respond.
The fuck?
The last one there is a rotten egg.
This is going to be a long day.
You know I should feel guilty about this, but what's the purpose of money if you aren't going to spend it on the things you love?
Brett, you only started watching Disney films the other day, and that was only Snow White. You're out here thinking you're Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman when you just look like a 25-year-old virgin.
Give it a week. I'll be completely under the Disney spell. Look at this dress. I'll look like a princess, Candace.
And this is why I told Ben not to hire you ages ago. You're just proving my point. You are so weird, to say the least.
What is that supposed to mean? Speak up, Candace.
You are a young woman, Brett, so you are susceptible to things that could hurt you later down the line. Brett, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it too?
That trick doesn't work on me. There is no way I would jump off a bridge. If my friends jumped off a bridge, I would let them do it. It's not my fault.
That's not the answer I was hoping for, but you get it. Don't fall into this trap, Brett. It'll be much harder to climb out of it the further you fall into it.
I'll keep it under check, Candace. We are friends, so I know you're worried and all, but I know what I'm doing.
Jesus, I went with the wrong crowd.
You fucking dumbass! Why did you have to get us kicked out of the park? I didn't hire you to destroy people with emotion and hostility. I hired you to destroy them with facts and logic, and this wasn't one of those cases.
Look, man, I am incredibly sorry for spazzing out like that. I don't know how I let my emotions get the better of me. But whenever Joe Biden started speaking, I flipped out.
You ran on stage, and you kicked electronic Joe Biden's ass. Letting your emotions get the better of you is an understatement, you fucking lunatic. This is going to be on the news for days. You'll have to work for free or you'll be fired.
I'm richer than Andrew Tate. We both put dumb college students in their place for a living. Honestly, I'd rather go on vacation. I've always wanted to make my own solo album. Collab with Kid Rock, Daddy Yankee, and who knows, maybe Donald Trump can rap on a single with me.
I would like to initiate a debate between the two of us about that topic, but alas, when someone is that stupid, you're better off thinking about it by yourself. I can't do anything to help you.
If you were in my position, you would say the same thing, except it's with your boy Ron DeSantis. I know there is a chain of simps going on in this universe. I want no part of it.
I don't simp for anyone except the truth, the facts, and logic.
Bet.
I only said that he was the most conservative governor in the country, and he has a proven track record while balancing the levers of power accordingly. He would get my vote in a presidential election, and even in the primaries for that matter. Did I mention I simped for him at all in that sentence?
In all seriousness, though, everything in this world is all about facts and logic. How about this, Ben? We rent an Uber, and wherever the man wants to take us, we'll have the best time ever.
It is. But I'll say some things don't need any logic. Don't tell anyone I said that. Anyway, your request sounds very abnormal. But if it gets me off of your case, I'll happily accept it with the utmost amount of gratitude, Maddie.
What did I say about you calling me that? Fucking stop it.
Brett, you could have chosen any ride, but you picked Winnie the Pooh? I'm bored. Fuck. Brett, we could have gone on Space Mountain or even the Snow White ride, whatever it's called.
I thought you were against going on the rides, Candace. I had to reveal tons of inappropriate secrets about my cousin for you to even get within 10 feet of this ride.
You had me at the fact you two were cousins to begin with. I thought those were baseless rumors, but who am I kidding? Until I met you in person, I didn't even think you were real. You look more like Ben than the Olsen twins look like each other.
It shocks everyone when I tell them, but it is true. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to ride the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh ride is because I did disobey my parents every once in a while. Piglet is actually my favorite character. What about you?
A kid watching Winnie the Pooh behind their parents' back? Sheesh. And I thought I heard everything. You'd have to pay me to watch even a single clip from a Disney movie, especially one of the newer ones.
Just because they haven't released any movie that hasn't been woke for the past 5 years doesn't mean you should boycott the whole Disney experience. I don't think Bambi will convince little kids to become a third world gender.
I have to admit, I get your point, Brett. I guess I let Ben and Matt coach me into treating Disney like a pariah, but I mean, we paid like $100 to get into this place to begin with.
It's all about price and demand. The more people that enter this park, the more they'll have to charge. We are all about facts and logic, but we can't shy away from the ones we disagree with.
I guess you're right. Thank you, Brett.
It's no problem.
If someone told me I would be eating McDonald's in the back of Ron DeSantis' car, I would have said you were crazier than Marjorie Taylor Greene. But here we are.
When my friends told me I was wasting my time and I should get therapy, I knew I had to prove them wrong. And look where we are now. I'm funding my Fluttershy manga business with your friendly donation.
Hold up, you make manga about Fluttershy from the kids' show My Little Pony? Isn't that show targeted towards little girls?
Specifically towards 8 to 13-year-olds. Can I assume you're doing this for financial needs to a very specific audience?
Wow, you're so smart that you can read people's minds, Ben. Who gave you this superpower?
Thank you. Ron, this means more to me than you think. But I only assumed that the taxes are so low you had to find a new way to fund our government. That's very good thinking.
He is obsessed with Fluttershy. Remember Fluttergate? He almost died in his home. And when he woke up, he thought he was in Ponyville with his girlfriend. Who did he say it was? Fluttershy. He is obsessed with Fluttershy. Remember Fluttergate? He almost died in his home. And when he woke up, he thought he was in Ponyville with his girlfriend. Who did he say it was? Fluttershy.
Oh shit, you caught me.
No! Oh!
Well, I had a fun time with you today, Brett. As much as I hate your cousin, you aren't so bad yourself. Thank you for today.
You just have to live a little and things will just fall into place, you know.
I still have a hard time believing Maddie flipped out on a robot, Joe Biden. We'll have some damage control to do the next few days. I already know Ben isn't too fond of it.
Oh, all I'll say is you won't like Ben when he's mad. He acts like a little brat. Just because he has everything handed to him doesn't mean you can act like a total douchebag to everyone.
Agreed. Sometimes I let him get to me too much, but if he gets any ideas, I'll let Ye kick his ass.
His name is Kanye. Who calls him Yeah?
Fuck you! He's misunderstood!
But he praised Mustache Man.
Grow up, you can say his name. It's Adolf.